Hello, and welcome back to Alchemy Factory and the One Plot Challenge here on One Last Turn. Picking up where we left off, we want to finish up the upgrade of our Panacea potion setup, going from somewhere around 10 Panacea potions a minute all the way up to 40. And to get that, we gotta go down to floor 6 and set up a few temporary producers of wood. Because we are gonna need a decent chunk of it. Then we want to go back up to 7, and I think might just start off with demolishing this excess black powder, because we're getting 120 downstairs, so there isn't really any need for these two setups here anymore. So let's just take them out. That was a little too violent. That is better. Let's see, we want to get all the stuff. It's also at least temporarily gonna stifle our need for sulfur, which is good, because those are quite expensive. And I did build the box, but I just didn't use it, which is very silly. Gonna need a few more. Because of all these resources. To be fair, I probably just want to get rid of the logs. They aren't really worth all that much. So it just seems a little bit annoying. Same goes with the rocks, really. I don't really care about those either. The pyrite I'll save for sure. Those are worth quite a bit. So we will definitely take those into use. For sure. And these limestones I don't really care about. Just stuff that I don't really care about, so let's just dump that, and we'll get rid of this charcoal powder, coke powder, sulfur. I might just keep those. A little bit of piping here left over, and we got make sure that this continues happening. We're out of brandy because we're out of fruit wine, so we have to make sure that is gonna come up and running again. We'll just clean up this stuff here a little bit. That is some of it at least. Now, can I take all my stuff? I can't take all of it. I do want to have some nails on me. What else? This is probably enough iron, to be honest. I'm just gonna throw out some of it. Clay, some small gears, and some bricks probably come in handy. Okay, let's go up to 17. We do have some panacea potions on us, so we can start the production back up. But most likely what happened is that there just isn't any more fuel in here. And we actually do need a box just to get some room to split some panacea potions. Actually was some left in the nurseries themselves, but we'll just top those off as well. And we might as well top this one off too, get some brine going. These will run practically forever. How about these? Yeah, these need a little bit fuel, but these will practically run forever as well. So that should take care of that. There we go. So let's go to 9 and see how our panacea potions are doing. We are producing some. Aquavitae is the bottleneck, it seems. They are running. Brandy is the bottleneck, which is running. There was just the fruit wine issue. Now, how much fruit wine do we need? Currently, we are doing, let's just say 2,500 for ease, so 5k, 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 so that's 15k, and we're also doing 5k downstairs, that's 20k. I don't think we're producing that much, and we need 2 more of these setups, so let's just go back to 17. So we can expand that to begin with. Might as well. I was just about to say, why do we have that spacing? But that's because we can't have these right next to each other because of those pipes there. So we're gonna have to, can't have this in, so we have to place this one here a little forward, which is a little bit annoying, but will survive. We'll just start those up. So how many are how much are we doing? 600 times 6, so that's 36 times 6. 3600 times 6 is 21,600. 21,600. I guess I either didn't update this sign or did it wrong. It's a day already because we did intrude a bit, and I actually did want to see it. I just went through it a little bit too quickly. No selling of Marses. That definitely is gonna hit our profits. This will be pretty much done now. And this should decrease as well. Let's see. I think I'll throw in one more set. Just to make sure. Guess we need to move this one more forward. Like so. Then we'll just throw in some fuel. And we'll add another 3,600, so that's 40, 52. 25,000, that should do it. Just gotta make sure that we hook these up. Take this one out. It was for getting into the window, but that's just probably not possible. Oh, I guess it was. Getting out of the window, though, is a bit of an issue. Oh well. Right, and we also have it here. Guess we'll just have to go downstairs. Okay. Okay. Well, that takes care of the fluids, hopefully. Then we gotta get some more of that wood that we set up so we can build these last couple of contraptions for the brandy. That's down on 6. Some wood there. Go back and forth a little bit between these floors just because I don't really have the room, but that's okay as well. So that goes here, that's 8, and then we just need one more setup. Question is, well, the plan was to have it here. That sort of overlaps a little bit. With the production here, can we move that so it doesn't take up as much room? We can. We definitely can. So let's take an advanced blender. And if we put them here instead, pipe it brandy like so. And we will get the last potions from there, and we'll get the unstable catalysts from there, and then we'll take the panacea potions out from there. That should do it, so let's get rid of this extra. Of course. And that can go into there. We can take the money back on the line there. And what is going in on this side? That's gonna be fuel. Which we're currently cutting off here, so that's fine. So we just gotta get some fuel into that guy and that guy, and there's one more. Can we reach him? There we go. That guy. And up here as well. These are running, but this one isn't. So we'll throw one into there too. And then we just gotta connect the brandy pipes. Like that, and the fruit wine pipes like so. And we aren't actually providing fruit wine to any of these, so that's why we aren't really making any brandy. Cool. This guy isn't producing any coke powder. That is fine, that is fine. I'm gonna have to get rid of some walls. Those muddy things weren't attached here. That looks fine. Damn it. Oh, well, while we're waiting for the lift, let's take a look at quests. I mean, 130% is 130%. If we had a Mars, I'd do it. because I have plenty of fertile catalysts. But I don't think I do. I think we're at 9. Gotta re-establish those walls and also make sure that the last brandy on this side is connected to... Here it isn't. It is now. So we've got coke powder. Still no coke powder here though. Even though we did set up the money. And it is flowing into the coal there. It's just not going into the... or just not enough, it seemed. It's taking a little while to buffer the money. But I guess that's okay. Let's just put in the walls here. Everything is good, and we're producing some at least. Should be going. Okay, so now that is good. Let's just get rid of this and replace it with a temporary box so I can get rid of those blast potions I have in my inventory. But we are, that is the bottleneck right now, that's the blast potions. So let's go back to Blast Potion floor and take a look at that. It was the one that we hadn't set up. We had set the other things up, so we were sort of in the middle there. And what we're missing is the extra brandy here as well. And it does seem like black powder isn't at 120 currently, so we'll have to... It's probably just run out of fuel and we have to set up the actual panacea potions to get to that floor. Let's start... Actually, let's start with putting in some fuel down in floor 6. We can pick up a little bit of wood as well in the meantime. Yeah, these ran out. That should last us 3 minutes. Which isn't a whole lot, but 7. It's gonna have to do. Now, how much brandy do we need? 800 times 6. 4,800, which was precisely 5 of these setups. So let's copy this. Probably just copy it twice, and then just the last one won't be in use. I am okay with that being the case. But we were missing a few things, and this is in the way. Let's just move it over here. A little stone and a little bit of gears. Go down to 1 for that. For the gears at least. We have some gears there. Do we have some stone? Don't have any stone there. No stone there, but we do have some on 6th floor. And then while we're at it, we'll just take a quick look at the Mars setup, see if it is running or what is happening. Before we go down again and set the rest of those up. We did sell one, so it is at least running. Not a lot of Saturns being sold though, which is unfortunate because we had a lot. 1,000 silver lost. This got reduced a little bit. Brine not as much as I would have thought. A lot more coal being used right now though, but there's some startup cost for sure. Yeah, so what's happening here? What is happening here? This completely stopped in making bronze rivets. Not enough space, it's not exporting them. Why isn't it exporting them? This is running the wrong direction. How did that even happen? How does that even happen? That's so weird. So we got one of the lines is good now. What about the other one? Somehow some... That's so weird. I don't think there's a way I can clear these. This one is also running in the wrong direction. Oh, not also, it's just this last one. So now all of those are good. And these other ones aren't getting anything at all because they're backed up. Somehow some bronze rivets got in there. And onto this line. If bronze rivets in here. here as well. How did bronze rivets get in? Definitely some shenanigans happening there, but we're gonna have to take this setup here and copy it, because we have to get rid of these to sort of fix it. That way, hopefully we can also try at the same time find out how are we getting bronze rivets down on this. There. That guy was spewing bronze rivets into that system. That's unfortunate. That sort of makes sense why everything was wrong. Let's get a little box in here. Get rid of that. And I don't care to carry all of these random stuffs. There's a bronze rivet. Is there any other pieces? I think we have run it through quite a bit now. So that should probably be fine. I'm just gonna get rid of those, and we will put down the... Sorry about this detour, but we need this working. Then we take this guy here, and we which way do we place him? Wait, aren't we also missing? I don't know, this looks weird. Okay, we'll have to we'll have to take a look at that in a second. This definitely needs to go like so. There we go. That should get bronze rivets into that and that side. Now, are we producing enough? We have 30, 60, 120, and we're doing 240, and we have 2 layers of those. So I'm not quite sure why we have this entire setup up here. That sort of just complicates the view a little bit. So let's get rid of those for good measure. That as well. And that should give us a much better a more steady supply of Marses. And I just want to take 2 and go back to floor 1 and see if we still have those quests. Just one of them. Oh, and it's unstable catalyst instead of the fertile ones that I'm carrying around. So let's get rid of the fertile ones. Can be ours to carry those if I don't need them, and we'll just add these 2 here to the shop. Let's head back up to 7, I believe it is, and finish out this build. Of the brandy. Like so. And we gotta get the fruit wine on board. Like that. And we're gonna make sure we have the money. Like that. Get rid of this buffer just because, I mean, why have it? Cool, that should be enough brandy. And that was probably 30 minutes. Oh, sorry, 3 minutes. So let's go back down a floor. Missing fruit wine. Did we run out on 17 already again? I'm gonna go down a floor first. Just meant to go down 1 to 6. So we can get this running. For another 3 minutes, and we did set it, we didn't set it up. So we would get the potions down here yet. Thought we did. Let's go up to 9, I believe it is. Let's see how we're doing. It's Aqua Vitae that we're waiting on, which is waiting on the brandy, which is waiting on the fruit wine. To have a little bit of a buffer. Let's go to 8. For that true look at the buffer. Because this is the only buffer that we're really doing. It's not as full as I would like it to be, but everything else is. So back to 17. Then I think we should probably just try and hook it up to panacea potions and see if it doesn't self-sustain and slowly grow the buffers. Yeah, this ran out. It's, what is 1,000 piece, and the fertilizer contains like 22,000 something, so, or 220 something, so it's like 200 something seconds, so it makes sense. Let's just see. We have it hooked up here and here. No, come on. I think we have it hooked up all the way except for here. So now that should send stuff up to the top floor. And then we might as well also see, we are sending it down. We're sending it down to here. And then we just gotta get it down once more. how about we put in a bridge? Where is this? There. Let's see, can't we get it down? We can. Whoops. Like so. That sends it further down. What is it being used for? Oh, that's this floor. Yes, we definitely want them here. And then we will have them be here. We can send them further down to this floor. Like so. And that will give them to these guys for the black powder. Cool, cool, cool. Then I want to go down to the first floor just to see how is our buffer looking. We also want to do something about our customers' satisfaction there. It's at 67 right now, which does mean we have a lot less customers and less people buying Marses and Saturns. So we probably want to fix that at some point. Ooh, and we're pretty much running out of money, even though... Okay, so we do have 40 gold in here. That definitely says something, but it is also means we spent a lot more gold than anticipated, at least by me. So we definitely want to turn a profit real soon. That is for sure. But for now, that actually we're missing. I was just about to say that's it for the whatchamacallits. We're still in a negative, cause no Mars. Okay, yeah. I can see we have potions in here for some reason. It's definitely not supposed to happen. Okay. I digress. Let's get back up to... maybe it's 9, because I think what we are missing is the money buffer on these guys. Yeah, we haven't added all of those. We have to remember to put this one in place. But for now, I mean, we have plenty of fertile catalysts going out, so that's not the biggest issue, producing these. And our buffer is taking quite a beating without it, so let's just let's leave that for a little bit, go up to 17, see how that is going. If any of the potions have made their way up here yet, probably wanna cut it off temporarily here. There's no, I mean, it's saving money, but don't really want it to have unnecessary buffer. Nothing is moving up yet, it seems. That makes sense, because we missed the connection there. Okay, so we got a decent amount even, actually. A little bit of a buffer that's gonna kick things off. I mean, that's nice. How is it looking down here then? We are out. Let's cut this connection as well. Just for now, just because these are like very full of stuff. Thought that some would be on its way down here. Just thought I saw some moving down. We do have growth potions down on this floor. We could temporarily take some. Just so we have this going. It is lavender, especially is very heavy, a heavy consumer of growth potions, so we can't really do that for long. But maybe if we can get some black powder out, we'll start seeing some panacea potions as well. On 8. Leaves are no longer. We do have a bit of a buffer. We have some panacea potions coming there. And what 9 is it for the actual potions? What is the bottleneck? That is the blast potions. And money. Taking a while to buffer. A little bit scared that we run out. Only a little bit, but I am a little bit scared that we will run out. Let's just see if there's a quest maybe or something we can do. Help our coffers out a little bit. Bulk order, random order. We would have to get some unstable catalysts. We could go grab some. We have 1600 sitting here and another 32 gold, so it's just taking a little while to disperse everything. So maybe we're okay. I do want to get that though. Unstable catalyst is on 8. Will this make me feel a little bit better if we have those? 400 extra silver. There we go. Jump out here. And 400 silver for 2,100 in the box there. Cool. Now, what was it that we had here? This was probably pulleys. What about this? Let's just get rid of this here. Set this up proper. Oh, this is pulleys and this was bandages. Why is bandages not here? this was empty. This needs some more logs. Can get some logs. And some stone. Never did get around to setting this up down here. But, I mean, doesn't matter much. Bandages is... I'm not sure where bandages are supposed to come from. Here it seems. Did we change something? I guess we did change something. And we just never really set it up again. I think the steel gears probably is what we added, and then we never got around to figuring out how to get bandages up and running again. And I think what I said back then, and one of you probably spotted it, is that we want to set up a new bandage, like a dedicated one somewhere anyways. I can't really be bothered with that, so we will just do this here. That should get our bandages back up and running. And then the pulleys we took out completely. Because we weren't producing extra wood here anymore, or we didn't have any extra wood in boxes here anymore. If we take this and move it out by 1, we can take the money build out from here. Though it's been cut off, can we get it out there? Let's just cut here a little bit, see where there's where we're going wrong. There we go. Don't need these sorts of things in our inventory. And then we can set up a table saw. And a assembler for pulleys, and the ratios don't work at all. That's fine. That should get our pulleys back up and running. Planks aren't working because I'm just feeding the table saw with money, which obviously isn't really gonna do much. Bet you guys noticed that one as well. Purchasing portal, 2 logs, 2 table saw. Ooh, and slightly out of space. have to move this once more. Like so. Which, I mean, isn't the end of the world, it's just slightly annoying that I have to throw out those things of my inventory again. That should give us some pulleys again, which should help out on the shop a bit, because then we don't have any, or we don't have a lot of goods at least that are missing. We aren't selling bronze rivets or copper bearings. We aren't selling blast potion, or we are selling blast but not selling growth potions or panacea potions. There's a lot of jewelry that we aren't selling, but I'm hoping at least this will get us maybe to 80% or something, and that will be enough. Now, enough small things here and there, hopefully. Let's get into sulfur after we just check and make sure that the panacea potions are running. Up to 17 to see that the fruit wine is running, maybe just being buffered, but at least running. We are getting some for these, which isn't strictly necessary. I think they have enough buffered as it is right now, so let's just temporarily disable that one. We are getting some buffering up here, which is good to see. Obviously, it's not distributed because this is more of a manifold design. Which I guess is slightly problematic. So let's distribute those ourselves, just because we don't have the, we aren't making enough basically. We aren't making enough that they what should we call it? Our rate isn't enough for the manifold to sort of fully distribute. That's the word I was looking for. Distribute the fuel by itself. Finally, some profit. Obviously, we have 400 in quest rewards, but we are eating quite a bit of salt. Wonder why that is. Should have reduced that a little bit, but then again, we are eating some for the Mars build. So now that we fixed that, this cost might rise a little bit. But I mean, as long as we're in profit, I don't care. So we probably just have to keep an eye on quests, maybe still a little bit. Okay, I want to make another floor up here. And so let's head up to 18. And then we want to get into sulfuric acid. It's made in the Olympic, just a regular Olympic, with brine, which we're making downstairs. and sulfur. Okay. So just a regular old alembic. What is it we need it for? Well, we need it for the Venus, which I'm hoping we can get into next time. It takes 200 of each potion as well as 4,000 of the liquid. I think we're gonna make... I said at some point earlier that we would make it its own. I'll wait with this just for the shop for the shop's sake. I did say at some point that I wanted to sort of set up production specifically for the Venus. I'm just thinking that it might be a little tedious with the blast potions, but then again, it's 200 for 1200 seconds, which means it's 1 every 6 seconds. So it's only 10 per minute that's needed. That's the base. I think we're gonna have to research it to see the rates. Anyways, let's check out this recipe. 30 sulfur to 600 sulfuric acid and 1800 brine. And how do you get sulfur? Materials. We have sulfur here. We can grind the sulfur thingamabob. So if you just place a grinder right behind this one and throw in a box, and we don't have our sulfur on us. Throwing down this guy, let's just see. It's 20 per minute and 400 sulfuric acid, so I mean one of this is actually gonna be more than enough. So we can scale these appropriately. This would be 20 sulfur powder and this would be 1200 brine. Let's go down to 9, I believe, where we left that excess sulfur that we had. Wait, is this buffering too? It is. Wait, no it isn't. I took it out there. Still waiting on blast potions. We're waiting on world tree leaves. I mean, which isn't necessarily an issue when we're waiting on blast potions as well, but it's not the best. Didn't have a box here. Was it downstairs? Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. We'll take these. And how is everything doing here? Everything's doing fine, especially black powder. It's actually these paradox crucibles that are having a bit of a hard time, and that's just the money being unable to follow along. I hadn't thought of that, I'll be honest. Gonna have to... We are buffering too much here, no point in doing that. 4 coins isn't gonna change a lot. We're gonna have to up the bank vault to send out, instead of sending out single silver coins, it's gonna have to send out more at a time. But that's the bottleneck right now. But I mean, we are getting a decent amount of blast potions. This is a decent rate. Don't think we're spending them anywhere else either, really, so I think we're good there. Okay, so back to 18. then we gotta go down to 1. 1 to check out the quest, but also to get rid of this money, but also to update the bank vault. So that is 20 per minute from 20 per minute, so that's okay. And how do we get 20 per minute of this? Well, we smelled some pyrite, which I should have brought with me. How annoying. Okay, so back to 6 and then to 1 and then to 18. So this is, again, I said it before, a little bit of an annoying side effect of this elevator. It's pretty slow. I would like, I mean, if we could ramp up the speed, that would be really nice. Yeah, that was 7, wasn't it? Yep. Go down to 1. Could have just taken that whole box, to be honest. There's no reason to wait to go to 1. Let's do 5 silver. That's gonna increase our spending rate with 5, obviously. But I think we have a good enough buffer. Have to see though. Can't do this random quest because we don't have any rubies. We can't do this random quest because we don't have any emeralds. And we can't do this random quest because we don't have any Labby's Last Lie. Okay. Back to 18. Still at 67. That's annoying. I thought I fixed that with those 2, but I guess we just... there's just too many stuff that we aren't selling in the shop, which is unfortunate. Truly unfortunate, but I'm also having a hard time just finding the space to fit it down there, so I'm not really sure exactly what to do. Okay, so these iron smelters, they produce 4 sulfur, so we're gonna need 4 of these. Probably in an array like so. Takes in some fuel and then gives these, which are gonna need to be split with a filter splitter. And we'll just take the iron out on top. We'll get rid of this box here. We'll move this in front of here. And then we would have a bucket for the iron here, because I don't need that. We can just have a extra for the extra here. What if we just thinking, I would like to get just the fueling to be somewhat similar, so let's move that like so. grinder. And the alembic into that. And we had some excess down here, some excess here. And that just needs some brine then. Which we would be taking from the ceiling, so let's get some walls up. The brine is the middle one. Just can place a piece of floor here as well. We can figure out where or how high we can go. That is brine. That is should produce, but it's not obviously because it doesn't have any fuel. But that is sulfuric acid at the rate that we need it for this. So we just gotta set up these smaller setups of potions. Obviously the blast potion is going to be the more difficult one, but I think 20 is doable within a relatively small footprint. And yeah, that let's just disconnect this from the brine. I'd rather want to use that downstairs. As a matter of fact, let me just go down here and see how is this doing. It isn't currently running, which is fair. Just have some left over because they're fully producing those other ones. We are starting to get a bit of a buffer up here, which is good. It's a good sign. Sign indeed that everything is working according to plan. Now I'm not quite sure, let me just check. We started at 117, which means it's been 117, 18, 19, 17 to 18 to 19 to 20 to 21, 22. So we still have one more in-game day after this one. So we can let's start a. I'd rather actually just spend the time just going through everything, making sure that we are producing. It's looking good with the black powder. No Mars, which that's rough. That's very rough. Not a fan of that. No, I didn't want... And that is the biggest downside, accidentally going to the wrong floor. You're producing Morrises. Just didn't sell. Do sell the occasional Jupiter, but it's not like it's making us a ton of money. Can we use this quest for anything? We can't. It's a bunch of stuff we don't have. Thinking maybe we could redo some things down here to make a little bit more room, maybe. But I'm just not sure how. Already pretty shallow, at least as shallow as I can sort of get it. I guess this side could move back a little bit, but not in a way that sort of allows for more space, really. Same with this. Could move belts, stack them on the wall instead of doing what we're doing right now and having a lot sort of on the floor. Holy, that's a lot of Saturns. That is a lot of Saturns. Let's take a few of those. I mean, we do sell like 7 or something every day, but let's take a few of those and turn into some points, shall we? Just because we can. It's gonna take a little bit, okay. That should give us at least a level or 2. Just grab 2 more. See how much we can get out of that. Money is going down quite a lot with this. Hopefully the buffers will be full soon, or otherwise we'll know that 5x coins was the wrong play. I do sort of want to set it down to 2 maybe now. Then we have a bunch on the build that doubles the capacity, which, I mean, it was enough earlier, so the increase in buffers with 2 should be enough as well, right? If we put a hopper over here, and a cannon money on this side as well. Let's just get rid of all of this here. These extra logs, I don't care. These extra stones, I don't care. And we will throw a purchasing portal that we don't have any sigils, okay. We do have the money for it though. Just set up two purchasing portals here. Get rid of these as well. And we will use this floor for our own purposes then. Well, our own purposes with regards to wood and mortars. Sorry, wood and stone. Let's see here. We need a grinder and a grinder. And a box. And some catapults. We'll have, where is it? This medium shelf here. This one will purchase logs. And then we will do a processor of mortars. We'll actually need another box for small gears. We'll just produce them upstairs. How about that? Let's just do that. And mortars we're never gonna need. I do, however, want to move this back so we can have a little bit more space. Let's see, large shelf. Let's put it here. Oh, we are actually selling rivets and bearings. That's pretty neat. I didn't remember that. That's good. Then we'll set up a catapult here to get those thingies. We'll have this buying. Mortars will go in there, and then we just need to set up one of these shelves. Should be able to be here, no issue. Then we gotta find this guy, which we're doing Jupiters, and we actually do have space. Turns out this wasn't supposed to be a grinder though. That's okay. Can throw a processor in there to do these small wooden gears instead. We just have to move the shelf forward. Is that enough? It was. Cool. And how many points did we end up getting? 3. You are very close to the next one, so I sort of feel like getting another Saturn, but now it does seem like we're out. Right, I'm just gonna take it anyways. And do it. Question is then, should I get 2 in each of these? That's gonna make the ratio a little bit weird. It would be better to get 4. We could get 4 immediately if we take away some fuel and fertilizer efficiency. I think the increase in production is also going to be an increase in consumption. So maybe we wait a little bit and we just go for 4 points in fertilizer efficiency and increase our yield a bit on the panacea potions. I think that makes a lot of sense. And I think this new setup is also going to allow us to have a little bit more stuff down here, which is very nice indeed. No new quests, but we are nearing the end of this in-game day and the end of this episode. Next time, like we talked about already, we are going to sort of want to move all of this back one. No, but like we talked about already, what we want to do next time is get Venus up and running. We figured out sulfuric acid, that's really easy. Health potions is a solved issue, very easy. I think transformation potions are also a solved issue. Like an efficient build, I think we're doing that for malachite. That leaves us with a vitality potion, which currently is using a bit of a clunky build. We'll have to see if we can do something better for that. A growth potion, which is a mixture. I think we're already at sort of the smallest we can do. We just gotta increase the brine, which we need to do anyways to accommodate the sulfuric acid. The clay portion and the chamomile is solved. They're pretty small, so yeah, it's only the brine that's a huge setup normally, but we won't be relying on that, so that's gonna be fine. And then we have the blast potion here in the end, which is gonna be I mean, it's expensive, but it's also a little bit of a larger build that's currently, I mean, we have it split across 2 floors, right? But that's for scaling. Right now we're doing 120, and I think we can even scale it to 240. Maybe not 240, but at least like 140, something. Yeah, so that's gonna be really good. It's gonna, as you can see, it's gonna yield us a lot of money by selling. It's also gonna cost a bit to produce, so I think it's gonna be fine. But it's also gonna yield us a lot of experience, which will allow us to get these upgrades, double build speed, double factory efficiency, much easier. We are a little bit low on the old cash stack. How is the buffers looking if we go up to 9? Not too healthy. At least not yet. Interesting. Or, I don't know if that's the word. Daunting, maybe. More. Ooh, we're spending... we're spending 1,000 silver on seeds, which is primarily for Paradox. The Paradox Crucibles. So we might have to do something about that. We definitely can't sustain this. So we'll have to turn some stuff off. We'll see, maybe we end up having a bit of a economic crisis episode next time, and we'll push the Venus for later. Maybe we can do it simultaneously. Either way, thanks so much for watching. It's been a blast. I hope you enjoyed this episode and the series in general so far. If you have any questions or anything of sort of critique or comments, just please leave a comment down below. It's going to really help me out a lot. And as well, like the video, subscribe, check out the playlist and the other playlists of the games that I am currently playing. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh no, bye.